This is the 2016 first presidential debate. There's Trump's podium and Hillary's. You can see she's got a lot of equipment in hers. And then this guy comes in. What's he doing? You can see he is clearly hooking or unhooking a piece of equipment. He's doing more there than just grabbing a glass of water. He looks like he's got a glass of water, but he's got something else in his other hand too. His left hand. He's taking a piece of equipment out of that. What's Bill looking at there? Guy's coming in for cover. He gives a thumbs up. And you can see they cover the podium. And this guy goes right back into and grabs another piece of equipment. There's the two little accomplices. And they made an entourage right in front of that podium again, so he had cover to get the final piece of equipment.
I am the devil, leave me a liar. Go and cause death, destruction like a world of fire.
Now we know if there was a receiver in the podium that Hillary had to have a wire on her to pick up or receive the voice. And there you have right there a little backpack and a wire going up to Hillary's underneath her hairline. And here you see a signal system that is brought up, and you can clearly see that Hillary, when she wants to make a point, she will touch her nose, and it's just a little bit odd to see how many times that she does it, and at precisely the right moments when the moderator Lester Holt cuts Trump off and allows or throws Hillary a softball for her to make a zinger.
She's been a crook from the start. Now she stole your heart. You're just empty as her. Drinking the blood running down her fur.
Need to respond to. First, you said hiding behind something. This case was investigated by a group of professionals. So if I blew it, they blew it too. Career FBI agents, the very best we have, were put on this case, and career analysts. We are a team. No one hid behind anything. American citizens should insist that we bring criminal charges if we're able to investigate and produce evidence beyond reasonable doubt to charge somebody. That should be true whether you're investigating me or you or Joe Smith on the street. That's the way this case was done. It's about evidence. And the rest of it I'll let go.
Mr. Chairman, I will, and I apologize if you have a problem, though. When you take it as a whole, it's been said up here this is a unique case. You've talked about it being a unique case. I don't think you ever said they couldn't blow it. They blew it. Anybody else would have been prosecuted on this. In my humble opinion,
It's wrong.
say no.
Wrong. We'll just have to agree to disagree.
By example, when we took our trip to Africa and visited his home country in Kenya.
I'll go back and check. My goal is maximum transparency, consistent with our obligations under the law.
Every time you send your bio to a publisher, you have written it yourself without fail. Okay, that is just the way that it's done. I'd like to read you the bio that Barack Obama has used as his official biography for with his publishers for the last 7 years. It says Barack Obama, the first African-American president of the Harvard Law Review, was born in Kenya and raised in Indonesia and Hawaii.
law. I'll check on that.
Well, and I appreciate it for this reason. Intent is awfully hard to prove. Very rarely do defendants announce ahead of time, I intend to commit this crime on this date. Go ahead and check the code section. I'm going to do it.
Tell her I count it a great honor to speak to her since her son Barack Obama is running for president of the United States. Could I ask her about his actual birthplace? I would like to see his birthplace when I come to Kenya in December. Was she present when he was born in Kenya? Okay.
That rarely happens. So you have to prove it by circumstantial evidence, such as whether or not the person intended to set up an email system outside the State Department, such as whether or not the person knew or should have known that his or her job involved handling classified information, whether or not the person was truthful about the use of multiple devices, whether or not the person knew that a frequent emailer to her had been hacked, and whether she took any remedial steps after being put on notice that your email or someone who's been emailing with you prolifically had been hacked, and whether or not, and I think you would agree with this, Director, false exculpatory statements are gold in a courtroom. I would rather have a false exculpatory statement than a confession. I would rather have someone lie about something and it be provable that that is a lie, such as that I neither sent nor received classified information. Such as that I turned over all of my work-related emails. All of that, to me, goes to the issue of intent.
The best thing is that he is a Kenyan and he came back home. No matter how rich he is, no matter the state he's in, came back home.
Neighbors are more or less related to the Senator Barack Obama.
And I know most of Kenyans will be so uplifted because he's originally from Kenya.
Hello?
Hello, is this His Excellency Peter Ogego?
Yes, this is me. And who are you?
Oh, I am Mike. My name is Mike, and I'm at WRIF Radio in Detroit. Well, listen.
One quick question. President-elect Obama's birthplace over in Kenya, is that going to be a national spot to go visit where he was born?
It's already an attraction.
But his birthplace, they'll put up a marker there?
It will depend on the government. It's already well known.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. You have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
I think he basically admitted that President-elect Obama was born there.
So I got two more questions, then I'm going to be out of time. For those who may have to prosecute these cases in the future, what would she have had to do to warrant your recommendation of a prosecution? If all of that was not enough, because all of that's what she did, if all of that's not enough, I mean, surely you cannot be arguing that you have to have an intent to harm the United States to be subject to this prosecution. I mean, that's treason. That's not a violation of this statute.
This is the first certificate of Barack Obama. The second, child bearing the name Barack Hussein Obama II. Is the seal from Coast Province General Hospital. I'm going to try to get a clear picture of that. Coast Province General Hospital. Here's the 2009 stamp from the Chief Administrator of Coast Province General Hospital. The email as well, telephone number as well, the date when this copy was certified.
No, I think we'd have to be able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt a general awareness of the unlawfulness of your conduct. You knew you were doing something you shouldn't do. And then Obviously, that's on the face of the statute itself. Then you need to consider, so who else has been prosecuted and in what circumstances, because it's all about prosecutorial judgment. But those two things would be the key questions. Can you prove that the person knew they were doing something they shouldn't do, a general criminal intent, general mens rea,
But the
and
way
have
to
treated other
prove
people similarly?
the way to prove that is whether or not someone took steps to conceal or destroy what they've done. That is the best evidence you have that they knew it was wrong.
My name is Lucas Daniel Smith. I'm over 18 years old. I'm of sound mind and will testify in open court. The copy was signed by the hospital administrator. The copy contains an embossed seal. The true and correct photocopy of the birth certificate obtained is attached to my affidavit, which is filed in the court here. I solemnly swear under penalty of perjury that all of the facts stated and circumstances described above are true and correct statements.
That they lied about it.
It's very good evidence. Always want to look at what the subject said about their conduct.
The site of my birth. Now, this issue has been going on for 2.5 years now. I think it started during the campaign. And I have to say that over the last 2.5 years, I have watched with bemusement.
Got my mind made up as I'm driving through the fields. Nothing can get me down again. Catch me if you can. I've gotta make a getaway as the sun goes down, waking up my dreams. In my mind, you're with me once again. Out of my heart, into your head. And inside my heart, there's a place for you. In my mind, I'm with you once again. Out of my heart, into your head. Chasing the sun, trying to get away from the rain that's gonna come. Hope I make it all the way.
I've been puzzled at the degree to which this thing just kept on going. We've had every official in Hawaii, Democrat and Republican, every news outlet that has investigated.
There's a lot. There's a lot. If you saw her initial press conference, it all falls under the heading of false exculpatory statement. I'm out of time, Mr. Chairman, but the director did. You started off by giving us examples of things the Bureau has done, and every one of us who's worked with the FBI, that is the FBI that I know. The one that went and saved that girl in North Carolina, that is the FBI that I know. What concerns me, Director, is when you have 5 immunity agreements and no prosecution, when you are allowing witnesses who happen to be lawyers, who happen to be targets, to sit in on an interview. That is not the FBI that I used to work with. So I've been really careful to not criticize you. In fact, I said it again this morning. They wanted to know, was he gotten to? Did somebody corrupt him? No, I just disagree with you. But it's really important to me that the FBI be respected. And you got to help us understand. Because it looks to me like some things were done differently that I don't recall being done back when I used to work with them.
Yes. I hope someday when this political craze is over, you will look back again on this, because this is the FBI you know and love. This was done by pros in the right way. That's the part I have no patience for. Sorry, sir.
The chair recognizes the gentleman.
For 5 years, you perpetuated a false claim that the nation's first black president was not a natural-born citizen. You questioned his legitimacy in the